Yeah. And we're yeah, we're going. What one do I push? We're going live. We're going on YouTube. And oh, there we are. Did I do it right, didn't I?
Yes.
Oh, good. Thank you. Well, yay. On YouTube.
It's 10 o'clock, ladies.
It's 10 o'clock.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. We're just going to keep on chatting. We're just chatting. Good morning. My name's Katie. This is my mom, Liz, and we are Heart to Heart Yoga. How was the week, guys? Hopefully good. This is our last week of the month, and we're going to go over the same things we've been going over all month long. Our focus pose is Humble Warrior. Our philosophy for the month is Trust the Process. And our breathing exercise is just hand to heart breath. Also want to let you guys know that we do record this on YouTube. So if you need to access the class during the week, you can go to YouTube and go to the search bar and put in Renowned Health Heart to Heart Yoga, and there will be. Mom's going to talk a little bit about some things.
Okay, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Oh, excuse me. Well, before we get started in our practice today, I want to explain a few things about yoga. One is that if you experience pain or become dizzy or lightheaded, stop what you're doing. If you're practicing in the chair, find a comfortable seat on your chair and rest. If you're practicing on the mat, you can go into a pose that we call child's pose. Your knees can be together or your knees can be apart, or you could just roll over on your side or lay on your back. And when you feel ready, you can resume your practice. Also, 2 props today and possibly a blanket or a towel. And if you're practicing in the chair today, we ask that you use a chair that has no wheels on it and no armrests, and that you practice on a non-skid surface. You can place a mat underneath your chair, as I have done. However, if you choose to stand, be mindful of tripping on your mat. Also, you can wear shoes or you can practice barefoot, whatever is most comfortable for you.
We designed this class so we could meet beginners no matter where they are. That's why we offer a chair and a mat. We also try to give an overview of what yoga is. Yoga is the integration of the mind, the body, and the inner self. We do poses for the body. For the mind, we set intentions or share philosophy. And for the inner self, we ask you to pay attention to how you feel during and after the class, bringing that awareness to it. We also want to go over our philosophy at the beginning of the class. So we have kind of a focus for the practice. And our philosophy for the whole month has been trusting the process. And my mom had some really good things to say about trusting the process last week. I wish I could see that because I would read it. It's very cool. There is comfort that can be experienced when you trust in the process, a letting go of angst, of what might be, letting go of attachment to the outcomes, letting go and allowing yourself to trust the process is a stress reliever, which when we have less stress, we can be open to the possibility of peace. I believe that all is true. So we usually begin with a comfortable seat.
So, comfortable seat. Yeah, for years we've sat with the rounded spine, rounded shoulders, pelvis, under and back. In yoga asks that you sit with your pelvis pushed forward, which if you notice when I do that, automatically starts to elongate my spine. That's what we want in yoga. However, some of us may need a little help with that. And this is where our yoga blanket or our yoga towel comes in handy. As you can see, Kate's placed it underneath her sit bones, and you sit to the front edge of that towel or blanket, okay? Now, your legs can be crisscross applesauce. They can be crossed at the ankles out in front of you a little bit farther. You can bring the bottoms of your feet together for butterfly if you like. You can even straighten your legs and have them straight out in front of you. Do whatever is most comfortable for you. And if you need to change positions, know that you can do that anytime. Listen to your body. Okay. Also, if the hips become a little tight or achy because we've been in comfortable seat for a long time, rock back and forth. Sometimes that helps. Or change positions, right? Okay. Something else we do in yoga is called stacking the joints. Alignment is very important in yoga. So we want to make sure that Kate's shoulders are over her hips. Her ear is in line with her shoulder. Her chin is parallel to the ground. Okay. Now, your gaze can be looking down, just have the soft gaze, or you can close your eyes. If closing your eyes bothers you, makes you dizzy or lightheaded, then just choose the soft gaze, okay? Now, if you're practicing in the chair, you want to sit to the front edge of the chair. And you can place a block or a book or even a pillow behind your back so that if you start to slouch, you'll notice and bump into it, and it will remind you to sit up nice and tall, nice long spine, okay? Our legs come straight out from the hip joints if we can. Knees not too close together or too far apart if you can. Feet are flat on the floor, and we stack our joints when we're seated also. Knees are over ankles. Our shoulders are over our hips. Ear in line with the shoulder. Chin parallel to the ground. In the chair, you can also choose to close your eyes, or you can have that soft gaze looking down. Make the choice that is most comfortable for you today. And we'll just take a moment here to ground, to come into the here and now before we put any movement into our body. So wherever you are, mat or chair, take notice of those sit bones. See if you can allow them to feel heavy. Allow the body to feel heavy, weighted on the mat. And today we're going to use our breath to help us stay in the moment and to come to the moment. And breathing in yoga asks that when you inhale and exhale, you do it all through your nose. However, if you are experiencing some type of congestion, breathing through the mouth is fine. And like I said, today we're going to ground by using our breath. We're going to let our breath be our anchor, bringing us into the here and now and keeping us in the here and now, connected to our practice and our breath, and trusting in the process that we're going through in our practice, okay? So we're going to bring our left hand to our heart, right hand to our low belly. I am not mirroring this one because I want my left hand on my heart, okay? And when we inhale, we're going to inhale, lifting up through that spine, feeling that oxygen just filling the upper body. And when we exhale, we're going to feel that oxygen leave. We're going to exhale and let all of it come out of the body. But when we relax, don't let the shoulders slump. See if you can keep that nice elongated spine. And we'll just breathe together. I'll be counting to 4 on the inhale, counting to 4 on the exhale. Now, if you're a 3 on your count, and that would work better for you, inhaling and exhaling, do that. If your count would be long, your breath is longer and your count's a 5, do that. Otherwise, see if you can stay with us on the count to 4. Now, if breathing deep causes you to become dizzy or lightheaded, then just breathe normally and just breathe along with us, just being in the moment. Okay? So left hand to the heart, right hand to the low belly, and we're going to inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. You've inflated that low belly. Exhale, deflate the low belly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, inflate that low belly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, deflate the low belly. Pull your belly button back to your spine. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do it one more time together. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Now keep your hands on the low belly and the heart and just let your body go back to its natural way of breathing. And just notice that gentle fluid movement under your hands. And notice if you feel different. Sometimes we feel a little bit lighter after we breathe deeply. Just notice. Yeah. Just notice how you feel. Letting your breath be your anchor to right here, right now. And we'll open our eyes. If they're closed, release your hands down. And we're going to, I think we'll do wrists today. So we're just going to take the right hand, make a fist, and we're just going to do some figure 8s. Just a few. Notice popping and cracking. Come back to center. Now let's just do circles. Any direction you'd like. Yeah. Come back to center. Go in the opposite direction. Notice what that feels like. And we'll bring the hand back down. And we'll do that on the left side. We're going to bring that left hand up, make a fist, and we're going to do figure 8s. Like I said, popping and cracking is normal. Notice if it feels different on this wrist. For those of you who are right-handed, left-handed, come back to center. Let's do circles. Any direction. Come to center, reverse your direction. Just notice what you feel. Come back to center. Now we're going to bring our hands together in front of our heart. Clasp your hands. Roll out your wrists. Just make this wavy motion. It's kind of weird. And we'll come back to center. Release your hands from the grip. And Sanskrit for moving is scooch. So scooch your bottom over so that your top of your right hand can find your mat or your chair. And seeing if we can straighten the arm. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Don't force it. Lots of tiny bones in the wrist. We don't want to hurt those. If you can, or if you'd like to, you can put a little movement in the fingers, bringing the pinky in toward the palm and releasing it, bringing the ring finger in and releasing it. Tall man comes in and releases it. Pointer comes in, releases, and then thumb comes in and releases it. We're only going to do that once because we're going to bring our arm out, now our wrist, but do it slowly and gently. Do figure 8, that's what I'm choosing to do, or circles. And just notice what it feels like. Okay. Now we're going to do the left hand. So we're going to scooch our bottoms over so that our hand, on top of our hand, can find the mat or the chair. And notice the difference in one side and the other. Maybe one arm you could straighten and one you can't, or maybe you can straighten both. And we're going to bring one finger in at a time, only if you want to, and that feels comfortable. We'll start with pinky. So bring pinky in towards your palm and release it. Ring finger comes in, release. Tall man comes in, release. Pointer comes in, release. Thumb comes in and across a little bit, and then release. We're going to come out slowly and gently, doing a figure 8, or you can do circles, whichever feels most comfortable for you. I choose the figure 8 because that's what my body says feels the best for me. Okay. Yeah. And I think Kate's going to take us on to the neck. Be mindful if when you lift your chin, those vertebrae in your back of your neck, don't smash them. Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to tip our head back too far.
No.
It's more about stretching the front part of here, but not really dropping back as much as we would think. But we're going to do our neck circles, and we're just going to start out slowly, any direction, any size will do. If you're tense in one area, you can hang out in that area and give it a little bit of attention. Popping and cracking, of course, are normal. The aligning of the breath, we can try to do that. And when our chin is up, we can inhale. And when our chin is down, we can exhale. We'll do 2 more of these, and then we'll go the other direction. So go ahead and change your direction. And as I said before, not too big, whatever is comfortable for your body this morning. I'm not sure what direction I was going. All right. Okay, then we're gonna drop down to our shoulders, and we're gonna do some shoulder rolls. So we're gonna inhale, bring our shoulders to our ears, and we're gonna roll our shoulders forward to start. We're gonna do 3 of these. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, let them fall down and forward and down. The last one, inhale, shoulders to the ears. Exhale, roll them forward. Now we're going to do 3 rolls back. So inhale, shoulders come to the ears. Exhale, let your shoulders roll down and back, or back and down. Inhale, shoulders come to the ears. Exhale, roll them back. Last one, inhale, shoulders come to the ears. Exhale, let those shoulders melt down the back. Okay, we're going to be doing some twists, but so to begin, we're going to inhale and bring our arms up overhead. When we exhale, we're going to turn to the right and bring our left hand to our right knee. Then we'll inhale, come back to center, and exhale, look to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're going to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're looking to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right. And this time, we're going to hold it. Breathe on a little bit more. We're going to take an inhale together here. And when we exhale, look over our right shoulder. Inhale together, come back to center. And exhale, look to the left, but pause. Then we're going to do a little bit more, or if you want a little bit more, you inhale here. And when we exhale, look over your left shoulder. And then inhale, come back to center. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're going to do a couple of sun breaths. So inhale, arms go out and up. Oops. Palms touch. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's do that again. Big inhale. Palms touch. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Okay, with this one, we're going to do an inhale and then we're going to clasp our hands. So we'll just listen closely. Inhale, our arms come overhead, palms touch. When we exhale, bring our hands behind our backs, clasping our hands. Then we're going to roll our shoulders back, opening up our chest. We're going to inhale, let our chin come to the ceiling. More about stretching the front of the neck, like we said before. Exhale, let your chin fall to your chest. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, look to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, unclasp your hands and bring your hands around the front. Sorry about my leg. We're going to do that again, but we're going to change the clasp on the hands. So we're going to inhale, our arms come up overhead. Exhale, bring those hands back behind the back. Clasp the hands, but do it differently this time. And we're going to roll those shoulders back again, opening up the chest. Inhale, chin goes to the ceiling. Exhale, your chin comes to chest. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, this time we're going to look to the left first. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we'll look to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the bind in the back. And let's roll those shoulders out. We're going to do one butterfly together. If you're on the mat, the bottoms of the feet can come together. If you are in the chair, your feet go to the edges of the mat. And it looks like you can use a block. So we're all going to take a deep breath in and sit up as straight as we can. And when we exhale, we're just going to lean forward, lean our back as straight as we can till we've reached our edge. And then we can just fold in. Stretches out that lower back. And then bring your head in line with your spine and come up to seated. We're going to do some hip stuff. Okay, hip circles or torso rolls. And you can bring your feet back in under your knees if you're in the chair. And any size circle will do. Your low back and your hips will tell you what size circle is going to work for you today. So listen to your body. And we'll move together. We're going to lean to the right. We're going to inhale as we lean forward. Lean left. Exhale as we lean back. Lean right. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the left. Exhale as we lean back. Do 3 more on your own, noticing what you feel in your hips, your low back, outer hips. And see if you can remember your breathing. Inhaling when the body is forward. Exhaling when the body leans back. When you've completed your 3, we'll all meet in center. Just take a second or 2 to notice how you feel since you've put movement into those hips today.
And we're going to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to lean to the left. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as we lean back. Lean left. Inhale as you lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as you lean back. Do 3 more on your own in this direction. Noticing if it feels different going in this direction as opposed to going in the opposite direction. Just notice what you feel anywhere. Hips, slow back. We'll all meet in center. And I need the mat students to find their tabletop. Now, mat students, if you have sensitive knees, you could place a blanket or a towel underneath your knees. Okay, and once again, we align the body. So we want to make sure that Kate's hands are shoulder distance apart, fingers are spread wide, her shoulders are over her wrists. Now, if you have sensitive wrists, you could use fists for wrists, or you could place your hands a little bit farther out in front of you. If not, the wrists are directly under the shoulders, okay? Hips over the knees. And when you look between your legs, your feet aren't too close together or splayed out. Your feet directly behind the knees if you can. Our movement will be cow and cat. I will be cueing for the mat students. But chair students, just bring your elbows in to your waist. And when I say inhale, pull those elbows back, push the chest out. And I'll say rotate the shoulders back. Then rotate your shoulders open, maybe a little bit farther. Look forward, or maybe you can look up, but be mindful of your neck. And then exhale. You can start to round your shoulders, round your back, the spine. Let the head hang, chin comes toward the chest. Okay, so listen to the cueing and we'll all move together, hopefully. So here we go. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop that low belly, rotate those shoulders open. We look forward or up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands. Chin comes to your chest. Inhale, lift that tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate those shoulders open. We look forward or we look up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands, chin to chest. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate those shoulders open. We look forward or we look up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands, chin to chest. Just one more time. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the low belly, rotate those shoulders open and back. Look forward, look up. Exhale, drop the tailbone, round the spine, round the shoulders, push into the mat or your knees with your hands. Chin comes to chest, and we're going to stay right here. Mat students, push firmly into the mat so you're not sinking between the shoulders. Also, if you're pushing firmly enough, you might feel a nice stretch between the shoulder blades. And wherever you are, let's bring the head in line with the neck and the spine. And I need the mat students to straighten their right leg, curl their toe, and push out through that right heel. Firmly push really, really hard. Now, chair students, straighten your right leg. And we want to flex our foot so that our toes point up toward the ceiling or maybe even back toward us. Okay. Our movement is going to be for chair students. When we inhale, the right leg will be out, left arm up. As we exhale, we slide that leg in, bring the arm down. Inhale, it'll be the opposite leg straightens and opposite arm. We're just going to go back and forth. Okay, but mat students, they're going to lift their leg and reach opposite leg and arm. So inhale, it's the right leg, left arm. Exhale, bring everything in. And it's the opposite leg. Inhale, and then exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, it's the left leg, right arm. Exhale, bring it all in. We're going to switch that out, but notice what you feel like in your body. And we're going to straighten that left leg, curl the toe, push out through that heel firmly. And chair students, straighten that left leg, flex your left foot, toes point up toward the ceiling, or even maybe back toward you if you can. Mat students, lift your left leg and your right arm because you're reaching, and we'll do the same. That's our inhale. And then we exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, it's the right leg, left arm. Exhale, bring it all in. And inhale, straighten that left leg, right arm. Exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, straighten right leg, left arm. Exhale, bring it all in. And we're going to sit back on our heels for child's pose. Find your breath. Let it be your anchor to your practice. And we'll revisit our trusting in the process. And like Kate said in the beginning, there's a comfort or an ease that can be found with trusting the process. It lets go of stress. And that's what we all are looking for, stress relievers. At least I am, most of the people I know. So, and we can use our breath to bring us back to trusting the process. Just stopping and taking that inhale and exhale can bring you back to the moment and remind you to trust where you are, what's happening. Okay.
So we're going to push up out of child's pose. We're all going to head for down dog. If you're in the chair, you can get to down dog by sitting in the chair, or you can stand and use the chair as support for your down dog. If we're on the mat, we're going to spread our fingers wide, curl our toes, lift our hips. We're going to create that same V shape. All of us together are going to walk our dog. If you're in the chair, you'll be pointing and flexing your feet. If you're on the mat or standing in the chair, you're going to bend your left knee, straighten your right leg, bend your right knee, straighten your left leg, just back and forth a couple times. Then you can start taking, if you're on the mat, just start taking steps to standing in a forward fold. If you're in the chair, just meet us in a forward fold. Now here we can let our hands hang heavy. We can grab our opposite elbows. The choice is yours. We're going to slowly, one vertebrae at a time, come up to standing. If you're on the mat and you feel dizzy or lightheaded, just pump your hands like I am. And once we're to standing, this is where we're going to stack our joints again. We want our feet hip distance apart, our knees over our ankles, our hips over our knees, shoulders over our hips, ears over our shoulders, and our chin is parallel to the floor. So we're going to do a couple half sun salutations using our blocks. So we're going to want our blocks, if you're on the mat, just to the sides of your feet, probably in the chair also. So we're going to all inhale together. Our arms are going to come up overhead. We're all together going to forward fold. If you're on the mat, let your upper body rest on your thighs. And we're going to inhale together here. And when we exhale, walk your hands over to the right. And breathe here, feel that side stretch, the side body. Then we'll inhale, come back to center. We exhale, we'll walk over to the left this time. And take one breath over here. And we'll inhale, come back to center. Exhale here. Inhale to the half lift. Exhale, our hands come to the mat. And we're going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. And bring our hands back to heart center. We're going to do that one more time with our walking to the left and right. Or for this time, we're going to walk to the right, the left first. Inhale, arms come up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, we fold forward. If you're on the mat, let your upper body rest on your thighs. We're going to take an inhale here. And when we exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Take breath here, open that side body. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, we're going to walk over to the right. And take a breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Inhale to a half lift. Hands are on the shins or thighs. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Big inhale, all together, all of us. Hands up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Probably move our blocks now. We're going to do just 2 full sun salutations like we do every week. Really slow, everyone together. So everyone will inhale, arms come up overhead, palms touch. Everyone exhale, fold forward. Hands come to the mat. Inhale, everyone to a half lift, flat back. Have our hands on our shins or thighs. Exhale, the hands come back to the mat. If you're on the mat, you're going to plant your hands, step back with your right foot, step back with your left foot to meet it. We're going to do knees, chest, chin if you're on the mat, keeping elbows close to the body. Now, everyone together. If you're on the chair, during that point, you put your hands on your thighs. All together, we're going to do a baby back bend. So inhale, everyone. Exhale, you come back to the mat. Now, everyone's headed for down dog. If you're on the mat, you can go through tabletop into down dog. If you're in the chair, just meet us in down dog of your choice. Now we're going to step up to the top of the mat. If you're on the mat, with your right foot, left foot, meet it, lean forward, fold. Inhale to the half lift. Exhale, hands come back to the mat. Big inhale all together, arms come up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do all that again one more time. This time we'll use our left foot to step back and step back up. So, inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, we fold forward, hands come to the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, our hands come back to the mat. We plant our hands if you're on the mat. Step back with your left foot. Right foot comes back to meet it. We're in plank on the mat. If you're on the mat, we're going to do knees, chest, chin. If you're in the chair, just keep your hands on your thighs. Get ready to do a baby back bend. If you're on the mat, we come down to the mat. Inhale, all together, we do a baby back bend. Exhale. Now, we're all headed for down dog. If you're on the mat, you can go through tabletop. If you're in the chair, just head for down dog of your choice. If you're on the mat, we're going to step up with the same foot we step back with your left foot. If you're in the chair, head forward fold where we'll all meet. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Big inhale, everyone together, arms overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we're going to work on our flow.
Now that we're all warmed up, we're ready for our focus pose, which is humble warrior, leading to pyramid, and a modified warrior one. So you're practicing in the chair, right leg goes out to a diagonal and your left leg is at a 90 degrees. So just bend like this, okay? And mat students, step back with the right leg, right foot goes to a diagonal. Now you might notice that you have an issue with balance. So just widen the stance, bringing your feet closer to the outer edges of your mat, okay? Now hip bones, everyone, you want them facing toward the short side of your mat. We're gonna bend into that left knee. See if you can still see your big toe, your left big toe. And now we made movement. Did our shoulders go with us? So we check our alignment, making sure the shoulders are over the hips still. Okay, we're ready for our flow. Inhale, those arms go forward and up. And as we exhale, we let the arms float down. Hands come behind the back and we clasp our hands. Rotate those shoulders open. Heart and chest is open. So we're taking an inhale. And as we exhale, we're hinging at the hips. We're folding forward, leading with our heart, coming to a flat back fold. Ooh, I forgot to tell you to have your blocks. Sorry about that. Yeah, now you can stay right here in this flat back fold, maybe even starting to lift the hands up off the sacrum if you like. If you'd like a little more and your practice allows for it, you can start to round your spine, round the shoulders, let the head hang, bring that left shoulder inside the left knee, if you like. Wherever you are, bring your hands down to your sacrum, bring the head in line with the neck and the spine. Bring your hands down to find your blocks. We're going to straighten that left leg. Now notice the difference in the stretch as you went from a bent leg to a straight leg. Notice that it feels different. Now once again, you can stay at a flat back fold here. If you want a little more, you can start to round the spine, round the shoulders, head can hang. Totally up to you. Maybe your nose will find your knee or your shin, maybe. And once again, wherever you are, bring your head in line with your neck and your spine and bend gently back into that left knee. Now, chair students, you can push up off the blocks or you can bring your hands onto your thighs. We're going to inhale, come up. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our hands onto our hips. We're going to rotate those shoulders open so that our elbows are pointing behind us. Another heart opener, chest and heart, very open. And we're going to inhale, heart and chest looks toward the ceiling. As we exhale, maybe we even look up a bit, being mindful of those vertebrae in your neck. And we're going to inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, release your hands, bring your feet together. Find your mountain pose, whether you're in the chair or the mat. Maybe close the eyes for a second. Notice what you're feeling on one side of your body as opposed to the other side of your body. Does it feel more open, more energy flowing through it? Just notice. And now we get to do the flow on the other side. So if you're practicing in the chair, left leg kind of goes at a diagonal and your right leg is at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to step back with our left leg, if you're a mat student, left foot at a diagonal. Here's the issue of balance one more time. So open your stance if you need to. Bring your feet closer to the outer edges of your mat. Everyone, hip bones to the front of your mat, the short side. Okay. We're going to bend into the right knee. See if we can see our right big toe. And we're going to check our alignment. Did the shoulders stay over the hips? Okay, here we go. Inhale, arms go forward and up. And as you exhale, let the arms come down. Hands behind the back, a different clasp than the last time. Rotate those shoulders open. And we're going to take an inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips. We're folding forward. We're leading with our heart. Now you can stay right here at a flat back fold, maybe lifting the hands off of the sacrum. Nice. nice fold. So if you'd like a little more and your practice allows for it, and be mindful of the head going below the heart, you could take another inhale and exhale around the spine, around the shoulders. Bring that right shoulder inside the right knee. Head can even find the mat maybe. Arms toward the fist toward the sky. Wherever you are, bring your hands back down to your sacrum. Bring your head in line with your neck and your spine. And we're going to release our hands, find that blocks, and straighten into that right leg. Once again, notice the stretch changing from the bent leg to the straight leg. And also you can stay here in the straight leg, straight back, fold, okay, flat back. If you want more and your practice allows for it, you can take another inhale. And as you exhale, fold over one more time if you want. Rounding the spine, rounding the shoulders, head hangs, nose finds knee or shin. And just stay here for a second. And we'll bring our head in line with our neck and our spine. Now you can use your blocks to push up, or you can use your hands to the thighs. We're going to bend back into that right knee just a little, and we're going to inhale, come up. And as you exhale, release your hands, bring your feet together, find your mountain pose.
We're going to do this.
Oh yeah, I guess we need to do our warrior one. Thank you, Kate. Yeah, we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Yeah, we're going to rotate those shoulders open so our elbows point back. And we're going to inhale, lift that heart and chest toward the ceiling. And maybe as we exhale, we can look up. Inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, now you can bring your feet together. Find your mountain pose and notice how you feel. Yeah. We'll move on to our balance. Just taking that moment to notice how both sides of the body feel after we did our flow. So our balance is skier, yes, or what? Tree?
Yeah, I think we do skier.
Okay, so your left side of your body is next to your chair. We're going to put all the weight into our left foot right now. And we're going to bring the right foot in front about 12 inches. Now, if you can't put that right foot directly in front, it can be off to the side, you know, and you're hanging on onto the chair. And you want to find your one point to concentrate on, okay? And we're going to inhale, the arms go out and up to shoulder height. Exhale, we're going to lean to the right. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we lean to the left. And inhale, we come up. Exhale, release the hands, soften the knee if you need to. We're going to do that same movement, but we're only going to have 6 inches between our feet. So bring the right foot in front of the left, about 6 inches. Find your spot to concentrate on. We'll inhale, the arms go out and up to shoulder height. Exhale, we lean to the right. And inhale, we come up to center. Exhale, lean to the left. Shaking is normal. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, release the arms down. Soften that knee if you need to. The next one is a challenge, and you don't have to do it. It's a yogi's choice. But we're going to bring the right heel directly in front of the left toe, and they're touching. Only if you want to. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Push into the mat with all 4 sides of your feet. Inhale, your arms go out and up to shoulder height. Exhale, we lean to the right. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, we lean to the left. Giggling is normal. Is optional, I guess. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, release your hands and soften that knee. This time, the right side of the mat will be next. The right side of your body will be next to your chair. So we're going to put all the weight into the right foot. Bring the left foot in front. about 12 inches. Okay. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Inhale, the arms go out and up. And exhale, we're going to lean to the left first. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we lean to the right. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, release the hands down, soften that knee. Okie dokie. 6 inches between the feet, but if you can't go directly in front of your foot, you can be off to the side. So left foot comes in front of the right about 6 inches. Find your spot to concentrate on. Inhale, the arms go out and up. And exhale, we lean to the left. Inhale, we come up. Exhale, we lean to the right. Inhale, come up. Exhale, lower the arms, soften the knee. The challenge, you don't have to do it. It's optional. But we're going to bring that left heel directly in front of the right toe. They're touching. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Push into the mat with all 4 sides of your feet. That helps. Okay. Inhale, the arms go out and up to shoulder height. Exhale, we lean to the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale, we lean to the right. And inhale, we come up. Exhale, we lower the arms. Soften those knees. And mat students, fix your mat if you need to, like Kate. And find your mountain pose. Take that inhale, arms go out and up. Palms come together above the head. Exhale. We're hinging at the hips, folding forward, bending our knees a lot. Coming back down onto the mat, onto the knees. Sitting back on the heels, big toes touching. Knees can be together or apart. And Kate will revisit.
The funny story that I've told earlier in the month is from an old friend of mine. He didn't know anything about trust the process, but we were talking about children, and he said, do you go into grocery stores and see adults crawling around? He was like, you eventually walk. And I think that we all eventually walk. And there are other processes that I think we just naturally gravitate toward in our life. And we need to trust in those processes. So that's food for thought. We're going to push up out of child's pose. If you're on the mat, you're going to lean to one side and bring your legs out in front of you. If you are in a chair, you're going to wait for us. So we're just going to do a little bit of ab work, same stuff we've been working on all month, which is a lot of breath work, really. If you're on the mat, just slowly come back to the mat. And we're going to leave our legs bent here. This is all about breath. So it's an ab workout that's all about the breathing. So if you're in the chair or on the mat, we're going to take an inhale, filling up our tummy as much as we can. And when we exhale, we're going to draw our abs back in and pull our belly button toward our spine. Now, if you're on the mat, we're just going to slightly lift our shoulder blades up off the mat when we exhale. If you're in the chair, just focus on your breath and pulling that, your belly button towards your spine. That's enough for an ab workout for anybody. So, all right, we're all going to inhale together, filling up our abdomen. And then when we exhale on the mat, we'll lift our shoulder blades up off the mat. Everyone pull your belly button in toward the spine. You should shake a little. No more, relax. Inhale together. Exhale, everybody's belly button. Pull them in. And relax. Everyone, inhale, fill up the belly. And when we exhale, pull that belly button in toward the spine. And relax. We'll do one more. Inhale, feel the belly. And exhale, pull the belly button toward the spine. And relax. All right, everyone, do a long stretch, stretching out our abs and our body. All right. We're going to do a little bit of a last twist too. We're just going to do a moving meditation. Everyone, feet mat distance apart. If you're in the chair, you're going to be twisting with your upper body. If you're on the mat, we're going to be moving our lower body for the twist. So we'll all inhale together. And when we exhale, we're going to let our knees fall to the right. And if you're in the chair, twist to the right. Inhale back to center. And exhale, let your knees fall to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let those knees fall to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let them fall to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, to the right. This time we'll hold just a little bit longer. Take one breath here. And then all of us inhale, come back to center. And exhale, let your legs fall to the left. And we're going to leave them there for one breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, relax. We're going to prepare for our last pose of class. Make any last moves that you'd like to make. I think I'm going to do a few hip circles. My low back is feeling it. And make any last movement that might feel good for you. Long stretch, roll out the hips, whatever you would like to do. And then we'll prepare for Shavasana, the last pose. So legs can go long down the mat, feet can flop out to the sides. Or, like in moving meditation, you can have your feet the outer edges of the mat and let the knees knock together. That takes out the pressure in the lower back. So whichever feels most comfortable for you, do that with your legs. Arms are long down the sides of the body. Palms up for receiving energy. Palms down for grounding. Let the head feel heavy. Let the body breathe as it naturally likes to breathe. And just trust in the process of your last pose. Trust in the process of your practice. And there'll be no more doing, no more trying. Let your body breathe as it naturally likes to breathe. Your opportunity to do 100% nothing. Welcome to Shavasana.
Keeping the eyes closed, bring a little deeper breath back into your body. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a little movement into the fingers and the toes. Maybe move the wrists and the ankles if you like. And come back to stillness. Maybe move the head side to side, noticing if you've collected tension from your practice or you've released tension. Just notice, observe. Come back to center. Talking about trusting the process. There's a little bit of learning to be patient with that. And learning to be patient can bring some comfort and ease, helping us let go of that angst of wanting an outcome. You know, when I do this, I'll have that. So being patient brings comfort, which relieves stress. And we enjoy the right here, right now, while we trust in the process. And when we lose our way, Kate and I, our wish for you is that you use your breath to come back to trusting the process. Because when we do that, we open to the possibility of less stress and more peace. And this world needs a lot more peaceful people. From our hearts to yours, namaste.
Namaste. Have a good week, guys.
Have a good week. Thanks for joining us.
Great job, ladies. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Thanks for joining us.
New month next week.
Hi, Betty. Hi, Kai. Hi, Deb. Hi to everybody.
Hi, ladies. Thank you again.
You're so welcome. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Beautiful. See you guys next week.